G'day guys, welcome back again. I'm not going to pour for you today. I'm going to show you how I mix my homemade pouring medium in case anyone is interested. Maybe you're a beginner and you've just been using Floetrol, or maybe you've just been using glue and water. Look, everything works. It really does. It just depends on your consistency. But I'm going to show you what I do today. Now, I've written it down over here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I will read through it. And I'll zoom in on it later if anyone wants to take a little snapshot of it. So, to begin with, I've got this little squeeze bottle that I'm going to mix my pouring medium up in. It holds a litre, so I'm going to use that. And I also weigh everything. My little kitchen digital scales. I'm going to talk about it in grams and ounces. I've got grams here and ounces there, so I'll go through it in both. So I'll tell you what I use first. So starting with the most amount here, 3 parts Floetrol, so that's it there, flood Floetrol. If you're in a different country, your bottle or label might look a bit different, but that's what it is. A lot of people say, is Floetrol a pouring medium? No, it's not a traditional pouring medium. Floetrol is a commercial paint conditioner. They use it in spray guns when they're spraying houses or fences or whatever. It helps the paint not clog up the spray gun. So that's what it is. Then we have 2 parts of glue. You can use whatever glue you like, as long as it's a craft glue. PVA craft glue. If you're in the States, you might use Elmer's glue all. In Australia, we can't get glue all. We can only have school glue. From what I've seen and heard from others, the school glue works well as well. Try not to get the wood glue. That's the only thing. Some paints have been known to curdle with wood glue. Not all of them, but some of them. To be on the safe side, go for the craft glue. And then we have pouring medium, 1 part. I'm using the global pouring medium in this batch of homemade pouring medium, but you can use whatever you like. You can use Vallejo, you can use Liquitex pouring medium, GAC 800, whatever brand of pouring medium you can get your hands on. All right, so I think it's pretty much all the same. And then just plain water. I just use tap water. I don't think you have to use distilled water. I just use plain tap water. So that's it. Right, let's get going. I'm going to turn our scales on, put our little container on, and I'm going to zero that. So the first thing I want is 300 grams of Floetrol. That's my 3 parts. So 300 grams of Floetrol, which is 10 ounces. Give your Floetrol a really good shake. I have only had lumps in my Floetrol once, and that was when I stored it in my really hot garage over summer, and it got to about 40 degrees at least Celsius in here, and that's the only time that it's sort of curdled and gone lumpy. So I keep it inside now, away from a really hot area. So I'm going to weigh it. That's 200 grams, 260, 280, 300 grams of Floetrol. So that's the first one in. Now I'm going to zero it again. And the next one we want is the glue. So 2 parts of glue, which is 200 grams, which is 6.6 ounces. So here we go, 200 grams. I think the craft glue is a little bit thinner than your wood glue. I found that. I used to use the glue from Bunnings. It was a little bit thicker, but as I said, if I have too much of it, my global paint's curdled. If I only use a little bit, it was fine, but if I used a lot, I found it curdled, so I've just gone to a craft glue. And zero that again. And now for our pouring medium. So 1 part pouring medium is 100 grams or 3.3 ounces. So weigh it again, take it up to 100. Put 102. It doesn't matter if you're a couple of grams over or a couple of grams under, it really doesn't matter. Zero it again, and now 1/4 part of water. Now this is the recipe I use for my flip cups. If you're wanting to do a swipe, don't use this recipe, it's too thick. I will do another pouring medium recipe for swipes, but this one in particular is for my flip cups, and you need a nice thick mix. This one will also work for your ring pours. So 1/4 part of water, which is 25 grams, which is 0.8 of an ounce. So 25, we don't need a lot of it at all. There we go. 26 grams, so that's fine. So that's given us about half a jug. By all means, double these if you want to make a lot. I actually make, when I make mine, I make 4 litres at a time. So I have it in this big container, and I have 4 litres of it at a time. But if you're not using as much as I am, feel free just to make up half a litre or a litre. What have we got there? 3, 4, 5, 6, 625 grams. So what's that? 16, 18, 16, 17, 18, 19, about 20 ounces, eh? About that. So give that a good shake. And I'll show you the consistency of it. As I said, I don't find that I have to sieve my Floetrol. So that's how it comes out. And when I do mix my pouring medium to paint, I also weigh it as well. I use my little stir sticks to stir it. So it's quite runny when it's in there. The consistency hasn't changed a lot from plain Floetrol, but the glue helps with my cell formation. It really does hold the cells in place much better, I've found. So that's that one. As I said, I will show you a bit later on my recipe if you just want to swipe. You don't need to have all this ingredients, you can just swipe with Floetrol. So I'll put that there, and I'll zoom in for those that may want to have a little snapshot of it. If I can zoom in. There we go. Okay, hope you can all read that. So 3 parts Floetrol, 2 parts glue, 1 part pouring medium, and 1/4 part of water. And that is set to go. So you can just make up a big container of that and keep it for whenever you are ready to pour. Okay, so that's all I wanted to talk to you about in this video. I'm going to do another video where I show you how to use this pouring medium and mix your paints. So I will see you for that one. Okay, that's the next one. Bye for now.